Baseball is the easiest sport to make money in from a gambling perspective, but baseball betting has changed dramatically from 25 years ago. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco, General Manager here of DeMarcosports.com. I'm going to tell you how it's changed and the key to winning in baseball. Something I have done 17 of the 22 years since I created DeMarcosports.com. And truth be told, listen, I broke into this industry back in 1989. I was betting baseball. Hell, I was betting baseball when I was in high school, and I've always been able to turn a profit. That's how easy the sport is. But I realize so many of you out there aren't interested in betting once March Madness is over, aren't interested in putting money down and following baseball after the NBA playoffs are over. Hell, so many handicappers in this industry aren't interested in putting in the time because it's such a grind the baseball season is. It's the dog days of summer, to be honest with you, because it is a labor-intensive sport. But that's what I do for a living, because there is nothing better than making money in the baseball season and building a bankroll, so come September 1 and college football and the NFL season is ready, you've got a bankroll built on somebody else's dime. But baseball betting has changed, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Listen, guys, 25 years ago, you only had heavy favorites when the big dogs were going. Clemens, Ryan, the big unit, Carlton. Those guys were always consistently over 200 on the money line. Nowadays, you know as well as I do, third or fourth guys in the rotations, number 3 or 4 starters, if they're at home on an average team and they're mediocre to average pitchers, they're laying $1.70 or more, necessitating a run line play. It's not because they're good, it's just the way the dynamics of baseball betting has changed. I personally never try to play anything more than $1.30 to $1.35 favorite, period. Because if you play heavy favorites, and I'm talking again over $1.35, your bankroll will be eviscerated. It will disappear very quickly. The key again, and I'm going to tell you now, right now, the key to betting baseball is you've got to live on the run line. That's what I do. Listen to me. You live on the run line, you maximize your potential return, and you minimize your losses when you lose. Yes, when you lose, because you will lose over the course of a long baseball season. But you're suddenly taking those big overwhelming favorites and you're reducing them to even money, minus $1.05, plus $1.05, plus $1.10, plus $1.20, plus $1.30 by laying the 1.5 runs. And doing that is even easier than it was 6-7 years ago, because the offensive surge in baseball, the reduction in the ability of starting pitchers, you no longer have, as you did 10 years ago, starting pitcher versus starting pitcher, both going 7 innings, turning it over to a setup man, turning it over to the closer. The state of bullpens and the state of starting pitchers have made the game more offensive, so you'll have to evaluate how middle relief corps do and how the closers do, and most of these teams have numerous setup guys, numerous closers anymore. It's almost a setup and closer by committee situation. So it is a lot more work from my perspective as a handicapper. But again, this is what I do every single day. The other thing that makes baseball betting so easy, it's consistency and repetition. You know teams are playing 3 or 4 game series. You know starting pitchers are going every 4th or 5th day. This isn't the NBA where you never know which team is going to give 100% because they're playing third game in 4 nights or second in 2 nights. You never know who's starting and who's not because of the numerous injuries and load management. You don't know in college and NFL what's going to happen because the dynamics change when teams are playing just once every 6 or 7 days. Not with baseball. All those variables are removed. So again, you live on the run line, you maximize your earnings potential, you minimize your potential losses. Now, I will admit, there is another school of thought. You will hear a lot of handicappers, a lot of gamblers say, oh, you just bet the dogs. Just bet dogs every day. Yeah, sure. And you'll hear them crow about, oh my God, I cashed in with a 185 underdog. I cashed in with a 210 underdog. It's like the guy who goes and he talks about the fish that he didn't get away. You never hear about the ones that did get away. You never hear about the 3 losers. You only hear about the 1 big underdog that they cashed. Well, I got news for you. You go 2 and 4 betting dogs. You go 1 and 3 betting dogs. You go 1 and 2 betting dogs. You lost money. You only hear about the good stuff. Sometimes dogs are simply dogs with fleas that shouldn't be scratched. That's my philosophy, and it's borne weight over the years. So again, you live on the run line, you maximize your earning potential, you minimize your potential losses. That's how you make money in baseball. Guys, I wish you well, and talk to you again soon.